Hello, all my healthcare friends out there, all you nurses and EBS and doctors and naturopaths and all you folks working on the front line. I'm thinking about you. I want to introduce myself if you don't know me. My name is Angela Ward. I am a registered nurse and I am a wellness health coach in Seattle, Washington. I work in private practice and I'll tell you more about that later if you're interested. But mostly I'm here just to offer some support for you while you are out there in it and in it to win it and probably also really stressed out. Who knows? That's kind of all of those feelings, right? First of all, before I begin, I want to say that I just listened to the latest ZDOG post. I don't know if you follow him, but he just gave a powerful, inspiring talk about Healthcare 3.0, let's call it that, and how I'm not going to go into it, but I would invite you if you're interested in taking a listen to it because I found it really inspiring and just really resonated with me in a deep way about why I'm a nurse and why I want to help people. So, but let me help you today because that's why I'm here. I recognize that these are kind of intense times and that many of us are working really long hours in high stress situations with a level of uncertainty and also being really disconnected from our families for health and wellness reasons, right? Keeping everybody safe and healthy if possible. I wanted to share a few techniques I have for quieting your nervous system very quickly. As you likely know, as we get activated, it's really hard to think fully with the full frontal cortex of our brain. And I'd say most of us healthcare workers are really good at staying pretty present in high stress situations. But the truth is, when we're pulling really long shifts, we're not sleeping properly, we're like getting kind of frazzled, it's very hard to not kind of slip into those places of anxiety or stress much more quickly. So I wanted to share a couple breathing techniques that might help. You can either use for yourself, or you might be able to teach to your patients or their families to help them kind of settle their nervous systems and come from a place of fight or flight into a more like rest, digest, grounded place. There's science behind these things. There's a lot more people with more wisdom than me that can tell you more about why these work and how these work and other things. I'll maybe link to some of that, a teacher that I would recommend in the notes at the bottom when we're done. For now, let's just get to the nitty gritty. There's three things I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you the alternate nostril breathing. I'm going to teach you the Minipaws, and then I'm going to teach you a hyperventilation rescue breath that can be used for people that are having asthma attacks or panic attacks. So let's begin. I noticed I got very excited talking to you, so I'm going to slow down a little. My breathing coach, his name is Art Littman. He is with a business called The Breathable Body, and he's got tons of experience and wisdom in this area. Please check him out. I've learned most of this from him, except for this first one that I'm going to teach you, which I don't think you would like. The first one we're going to do is alternate nostril breathing. Before we begin, understand that we should mostly breathe through our noses, like all the time. That's what they're for. When we breathe through our nose, it helps us filter everything. It keeps our body in a more relaxed state. Or can tell you about that stuff. Breathing through our mouths activates our fight or flight, keeps us more at risk just to exposure anyway. So nose breathing, friends. The first thing we're going to do with alternate nostril breathing, what we'll do is close one nostril and then close the other nostril and breathe in and out through an open nostril. I found this particularly useful when I was at the bedside with patients that were starting to like freak out. If I could get them to do this with me, they would like settle. So what we're going to do is we're going to exhale. We're going to plug a nostril. I'm going to do it like this so you can see, but sometimes it's just easy to do it like this. If you had a tissue, somewhere you could just hold your nose. So first you're going to inhale, and like pause at the top and switch, and then you're going to exhale. And you'll inhale through the same nostril, switch, inhale, switch, inhale, switch, inhale, switch, and exhale. Usually you can do that. If you do a minute of that, it seems like a long time, but honestly, it's not really. It can settle really, really fast. Again, that technique would be done on the inhale. You switch your nostril up on the inhale. So then you exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch. Yeah, did you try it? How did it feel? The next one we're going to do is called the Minipaws. And I'm just going to look at some of my notes I took. He recommended that you do the Minipaws to boost your immune system. And he recommended for nurses or healthcare workers particularly, do this for 10 to 15 minutes before you go to sleep to help improve your quality of sleep. Most of us, especially in high stress, are not sleeping well, or we're using alcohol or drugs to help us sleep. So please, if you can, give yourself just the nourishment of breath and just rest if you can. Not only would you do it 10 to 15 minutes before sleep, he also recommends doing this after coughing, sneezing, yawning, or sighing, anything that's moving a lot of air through your mouth. So what we're going to do is you're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale, and before you inhale again, you're going to pause for 3 to 5 seconds. So if you'd like to try it with me, I'm going to just talk it through, and maybe you can try it. So I'm going to go in, and then out, and then pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently inhale, and exhale, and then pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to do them back to back if you can. The intention is not to have you get hungry for that inhale, but to have you notice that your body's desire for the next inhale. And you might have a little more space there, but don't make it like grabby, like you have to catch all this breath. Make it more soft and just listen. So all of this, that's one way to kind of settle your body, also help boost your immune function. And then the final one, the hyperventilation reduction exercise. It's similar to what we just did with the Minipaws, but what we're going to do is we're going to lengthen the pause between each cycle of breath. So we'll breathe in for a count of 2, out for a count of 3, and then pause, suspend the breath for 2. And we'll repeat it. We'll suspend the breath for 3. And we'll repeat the cycle, and then we'll suspend the breath for 4. If you're having anxiety, we'll go up to 6 and then work our way back down. If you're having an asthma attack, you can go up to 10 and come back down. I have seen this technique used for people that are having asthma attacks that normally would use a rescue inhaler and have this totally take care of it. So it's good to know. So I'm going to talk you through it. Please get yourself in a comfortable position so you can focus on your breath. I'm only going to go up to 6 and back down. So I'm going to settle. And let's begin. So breathe in for 2, out, 2, 3, pause for 2. In for 2, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3. In for 2, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4. In for 2, out for 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. In for 2, out 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, out, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, and in, 2, out, 2, 3, pause for 2, and relax your breath. In my experience, when I do that one, I start noticing different places in my body letting go and relaxing a little bit more. I also find that my breath starts to flow a little easier and more deeply into my body. So anyway, that's a few offerings from me to you. Bless you all in the work that you're doing. I'm so grateful that you're there. And for me, if and when you need some extra support, I am here for you. Like I said, I'm a registered nurse. I'm a wellness coach. I work in private practice. I'm working with a lot of healthcare providers right now. And basically, I help people like you, nurses, other healthcare providers who are maybe feeling out or overwhelmed or fatigued by what's happening. And I help you find some peace of mind and stability as we get through this. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel, and let me support you, my friends, through that. If you want to find out more, you can just message me or go to my website. All right. Blessings. Breathe deeply.